So I got a question about how can you stop your horse from wanting to eat all the time whenever you're having somebody ride it? This is something that comes down to the expectation, the clarity that you've given your horse about eating. Now, for me, as a rule of thumb, whenever I put a halter on a horse, a halter, lead rope, they are not allowed to eat. Those are work clothes, right? It's like there's a certain way that you present yourself at work. You have a job to do. Eating is not one of them. Now, when we're done riding and all that stuff, I'll turn you loose. If you want to go eat or graze in a pasture, great, that's fine. But in order to give my horse clarity, in order to be as fair to them as possible, I make it really clear to them that, hey, when you're under halter, you don't get to eat. And because I have that consistency and I'm very clear, if they go to try to get a piece of, I'm bumping them on the halter saying, no, 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 no. Or I might even just go to doing an exercise, right? They go to get a piece of grass and I got to catch it before they get there. Because if they get the piece of grass, they've already rewarded themselves for the bad behavior. They're going to keep doing it over and over again. But if I'm preemptive, if I'm paying attention, if I'm anticipating, and I know if you have a horse that eats grass, you know they're going to, so get ready for it. The moment they go to get that grass, I might start backing them up all over the place, making them work, saying, hey, see, going for that grass wasn't the treat you expected. In fact, it made you do a lot of work. And so because I give them that clarity, and it's not just kind of sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't, they understand, oh, I'm not supposed to eat when I'm in my work clothes, because if I do, that means I'm gonna have to do a lot more work, and I'd rather just sit here and chill and hang with you instead of having to do all of this work over and over and over again. So for anyone who has a horse that eats grass all the time, the reason for that, pretty simple. It's because you let them. If you consistently stop letting them and you're attentive and you let them know like, hey, I'm going to correct this before this even ever happens, they're going to learn that consistency and that clarity that they shouldn't be eating grass.